Hi, and I'm very glad to see all of you today joining this webinar. My name is Kirill Shilov. I'm a founder and CEO of SkyDrones Technologies. Today is the day I've been looking forward to for more than a year. Once in a while, there are such moments in every industry where the revolutionary products and solutions come along, and this changes everything, and the drone industry is not an exception. And today is one of such moments. Our fellow customers, partners, users, and everyone who is passionate about drones and watching this event live will be able to feel themselves as part of the beginning and the new era. This year, 2021, we are celebrating 10 years of SkyDrones. Yeah, that's right. It was back in 2011 when I started working on the UAV flight control system as a part of my Bachelor of Science degree at the university. It was 2012 when we first demonstrated this publicly. The system was capable of manual and autonomous GPS flight and basic telemetry. This was the very first hardware and software for drones I created. It was called SmartAP. And it gave birth to the whole range of the next generation products. This includes the SmartAP Pro and SmartAP Max flight control systems, which are currently being used commercially, and SmartAP GCS and SkyDrones Cloud software, and of course SmartLink, the most recent hardware product which combines long-range digital data link and onboard computer with LTE connectivity. These products did not just change the way we operate drones. They changed the whole drone industry, accelerated its development, and brought this to the entirely new level. For those who are not well familiar with SkyDrones and what we do, I will give you a short intro. We are focused on enterprise drone operations and empower drones and drone manufacturers and drone service providers to build and operate drones for commercial applications. I specifically would like to highlight that at SkyDrones, we are focused on both hardware and software, from flight control and connectivity to cloud-based drone fleet management. And we truly believe that the power of drones is in the perfect match of the software and hardware. And as the result, this technology means that this technology helps the new drone manufacturers and drone ventures to reduce their time to market from years down to a few months, or in some cases, even just weeks. And this is something which we have been already successfully demonstrating for years. Our products can be found inside various drones aimed at very different applications. And our technology is used by numerous well-known companies. The same way as we have our partners' technology integrated in our software products. And we've been also featured in the leading drone industry media, and our significant achievements are covered there as well. In terms of the geography, we have truly global presence. So this map you can see on the screen right now demonstrates the growth for the period of just 1 year. The highest concentration of our users, partners, and customers is in the UK, EU, US, and Asia. Moreover, SkyDrones is also getting more and more recognition, not only in the consumer market, but also in the government sector. In the end of the last year, we were invited by the US Embassy in London to join the Select USA UAV Virtual Inbound Investment Mission organized by the US International Trade Administration. The program helped to engage directly with the experts, industry leaders, potential partners for scaling up in the US market. Another one is the Project RACE, which is funded by the UK government. The project is formed of the key industry players, including SkyDrones, DroneCloud, Skyports, and Cranfield University, who have come together to achieve safer, more reliable and auditable drone flights, and accelerate the adoption of BVLOS, beyond visual line of sight flights. But let's get back to the commercial side of things, which excites most of you and accelerates the development. The business model of SkyDrones is all about creating the infrastructure for enterprise drone operations. I have already given this example in my previous webinar, which by the way was just about 2 months ago, where we introduced the updated SmartLink. But I would like to quickly run through that, since this gives the great explanation on what it is all about and what we do. So I will point to the largest corporations of nowadays and their success. Just take a look at Airbnb. They own no real estate at all. And Uber. They have almost no cars. However, we can call them the key players in the accommodation and mobility industry. Because in the 21st century, it's all about creating the ecosystem and platform for operations. And therefore, we are quite good to say that SkyDrones has almost no drones. But it still plays a very important role in the drone industry. So let's suppose that you are a new company who wants to design a drone, manufacture it, sell it, and make business out of it. Or maybe you are an already established business, but you want to bring drones to your daily operations for enhanced efficiency or safety. Or you would like to build a business which brings benefits to people by operating drones. Anyway, regardless of your exact plans, we can call this customer applications. And since this is the main reason why you want drones, this sits at the very top and has the highest priority. However, to make this happen, you would have to rely on some other layers in this so-called pyramid of success. In particular, those are payload and sensor integration. This is equipment which allows you to collect the data from drones and bring the value to the system. Onboard connectivity and mission computer. So this is the vital component which manage the data acquisition process and being connected to the operator on the field and manager back on the office, and that's also of course connected to the cloud. And the last but not least, this is the flight control, navigation, and mission planning. This is the component which makes the drone able to fly and brings the autonomy features. You can see that the layers below customer applications are quite complex. It takes time and knowledge to build them. They are critical and they cannot be avoided. Then nothing would work at all. And now this is the SkyDrones time. Because during the last decade, we have developed the layers number 2, 3, and 4 to make sure that you and your business can concentrate on the layer number 1, the commercial applications. Well, now when you know the key components to start and run successful drone enterprise, this leads us to the culmination of today's product launch. Because today we are introducing the 3 revolutionary products in this class. The first one is the cutting-edge flight control system for drones. The second is the super powerful artificial intelligence mission computer. And the third is the LTE connectivity device. So 3 things: cutting-edge drone flight control system, super powerful artificial intelligence mission computer, and LTE connectivity device. A flight controller, AI mission computer, and LTE connectivity device. Are you getting this? These are not the 3 separate devices. This is just one device. And we are calling it AirLink. Today, SkyDrones team and myself personally are very proud to introduce you the new revolutionary drone product, the artificial intelligence remote link. So please welcome SmartEP AirLink.
SkyDrones, industry leaders in UAV technology for enterprise, driven to create full-stack solutions for commercial drones. Skydrones are proud to introduce the most innovative product available within the UAS industry to date. Smart AP Airlink. This 3-in-1 unit is the world's most advanced flight control system for drones and includes an artificial intelligence mission computer, cutting-edge autopilot capabilities, and a Wi-Fi and LTE connectivity module. Integrated triple redundant, vibration dampened and temperature stabilized IMU provides solid flight stability when operating in extreme environmental conditions. Smart AP Airlink supports any UAV airframe, from fixed wing to VTOLs, all of which can be controlled simultaneously using our Smart AP Ground Control Station software. Mission team members can monitor the flight progress in real time via LTE using Skydrones Cloud from anywhere in the world. Airlink is pushing drone autonomy to the next level with its onboard artificial intelligence and computer vision, unmanned traffic management integration and real-time flight authorizations, real-time data streaming and big data-driven AI-inspired machine learning flight logs analytics. Smart AP Airlink by Skydrones, the industry's leading artificial intelligence remote link. Learn more at sky-drones.com.
And here it is. It exists not only in the computer animation, but in reality, right in my hands, right here, right now. And now we are going to put our hands on it, see what it is in more details, and of course, run a quick live demo. Smart AP Airlink is very compact. If you know SmartLink, it's just a little bit bigger. This unit is not too heavy. Its weight with the aluminum heatsink is just below 200 grams. It probably looks a bit taller than it is in reality, but in fact it's very thin. It's less than 20 millimeters, and the rest is just the aluminum heatsink. I will show you. You should see this better from this perspective. The reason why we need this heatsink, since the unit has the very powerful CPU inside, which obviously generates a lot of heat and energy. And during the work, we need to dissipate this. Those of you who have worked with the NVIDIA Jetson, for instance, know that it also has a very big heatsink, which is a lot bigger and becomes extremely hot. In Airlink, we solved all these heat dissipation issues, so you don't need to worry about it. The unit can work up to 55 degrees ambient temperature. You might ask, what if I want to run that beyond this? Well, the answer is that it is also possible. We have the dedicated mounting holes on the top here for the fan, which will be controlled automatically by Airlink. So you can run it even at the higher ambient temperature. But I would like to specifically mention, once again, this unit can work without any fans at all. Just heatsink, and it's enough. So when we started initially think over the idea of Airlink and its concept, we clearly knew that it cannot be just a little bit better than the existing avionics for drones. It has to be significantly better, a lot better than the others. So we put our 10 years of the industry knowledge and experience, and we succeed. This is the product which is better than anything else available on the market today. And now I will tell you why. So let's start from the hardware exterior and then slightly move towards the software. Everything starts with the hardware installation on the drone, and we thought this process thoroughly. This unit has 4 and 3 mounting holes in these corners, meaning that you can easily attach this to the core plate of the drone. So no more tape, finally. Of course, you can find all the dimensions in our online documentation, and certainly download STP file for fitting the unit in your design even before ordering and getting the one. So once you have the unit installed, you need to connect the peripherals. This is something we carefully thought about too. Airlink has a camera port in the front, just right here, which makes the integration very convenient. You can install the FPV camera in the part of the airframe core and wire the cable straight to the port. 1080p HDR camera with good lens is included in the set, so you don't need to worry about that. All your drones with Airlink will be automatically equipped with a camera just straight out of the box. Another thing I would like to highlight is that you don't need any external boards, connector boards, adapter boards, extension boards, or etc. anything like that. You don't need that. Airlink has all peripherals you might need exposed right to its sides. This was the key idea in the entire architecture concept. Everything is connected straight to the unit. And of course, the absence of the additional boards and connectors increases the overall reliability of the system. Let's have a quick look. So we start with the main power supply port. It's just right here. This also includes 2 pins for battery status monitoring, like voltage and current. Next, we have the mission computer SD card. This is used to store pictures, videos, payload data, and so on. Then USB Type-C port for the mission computer. This is used to connect peripherals such as video cameras, computer vision systems, LiDARs, and so on. Next goes RC port. It's used to connect generic RC receivers, providing the pins for PPM input or SSI input as bus output. Next is the Autopilot SD card. This is used to store the flight logs. On the back side, we have Wi-Fi antenna ports in the middle and 2 ports for LTE antennas, and total 16 PWM outputs and S-bus input for RC on the very left side. On the front side, we have MIPI CSI connector port, the main GPS connector port, main telemetry connector, in case you would like to use the legacy UART telemetry, but I'm sure you won't, but just in case. And 2 CAN ports. And finally, the right side, it has HDMI input for the second camera. By the way, the system can stream 2 video feeds in real time in parallel, HDMI and CSI. Next is the flight controller USB Type-C port. Next is the SIM card slot. This allows you to plug in your SIM card and get the unit online. Also, Airlink has the equipped eSIM, which is installed internally. Therefore, you would like to have straight connection, straight out of the box internet connectivity, then you just need to activate that in your Skydrones Cloud account. Next is the second GPS port, another telemetry port, which can be used, for instance, to connect ADS-B modems or camera gimbal. A few useful LEDs, of course, to see the status of the system and understand what's going on. And of course, finally, the Ethernet port here. This allows you to connect external telemetry modules, IP cameras, and so on. If you need more ports, you can use just the external splitter for Ethernet connected to this port. And one more thing, but you probably noticed that already, that Airlink is fully compatible with the drone industry standard connectors and pinout. It means that any other UAV avionics components available on the market can be connected to Airlink straight away without any issues and without now any additional connectors or converters. So hardware-wise, Airlink is super powerful. It has 6 cores CPU, separate VPU, plenty of RAM, and eMMC. Of course, Ethernet port and MIPI CSI and HDMI for cameras. Also, triple redundant temperature-stabilized IMU inside. So before we move on to the software and the demo of the Airlink, I would like to highlight the last 2 things about the hardware. So the first one is that the hardware is designed and manufactured in the United Kingdom. We are able to also fulfill the large quantity orders. Another thing is that Airlink is also offered as OEM version without the enclosure for deep integration into your vehicles. You can find the drawings and 3D models on our online documentation portal. So please go there and take a look if you're interested in it. And finally, we can also provide you with the Airlink reference design. This means that you can make your own changes to the hardware if needed and manufacture it at your own factory. If you're interested to discuss this further, please reach out to our team through the website contact form and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Now let's talk about the enterprise drone ecosystem we built. So this includes the components in the drone, on the ground, and in the cloud. And AirLink is the centerpiece component, which allows you to connect your payload, run AI on board, including computer vision, and of course, connect your own hardware and deploy your own software apps. SmartVPE GCS is the powerful ground control station software for operator. Of course, this supports user accounts, mission planning, UTM integrations. And finally, this is the Skydrones Cloud. This is a web-based application for fleet management and remote drone operations, which allows you to track and analyze the performance of your drones with the help of AI. Each component has its own API and SDK, which allows you to build your own apps on top of that and tightly integrate that with your existing or planned workflows. The drones are becoming more and more software-defined, and as it stands from the product name, it's all about the artificial intelligence on board. So with this in mind, the drones are now able to do a lot of video processing on board, which opens the door for such applications as video tracking, obstacle avoidance, GPS-denied environment navigation, and so on. As an example, the drone is able to lock on the target and follow that automatically. More and more interesting applications similar to this, which you can see right now on the screen, they will appear very soon following later this year. It's also very important how operator interacts with the drone. And this experience is entirely depending on the software you're running on your computer, laptop, or tablet. SmartVPE GCS is the multi-platform ground control station software for configuration, mission planning, flight analytics, and much more. So our software runs on any commercial hardware, as well as the dedicated hardware, or any other third-party ground control hardware. MAV-Link communication protocol makes it compatible with the products from the other vendors. Another piece of the software, which helps to close the entire loop here in the ecosystem, is the Skydrones Cloud. This is the web-based application for overall and individual drone performance monitoring, remote control, user management, inventory management, flight log storage, and AI-inspired analytics. The most important thing is that all Skydrones products are integrated into the cloud, allowing easy cooperation within the team across multiple devices. Skydrones Cloud is just like Google Analytics, but for drones. So you can sign up for Skydrones Cloud at cloud.sky-drones.com. You would only need your email, so we don't ask for any credit cards. It's absolutely free to use. So go and check it out yourself. I do already have my own account, so we'll take a closer look at the most interesting features just a bit later. Now, when we took a brief look at the software we have as a part of our ecosystem, I think it's time for a real demo. I guess that one of the questions in the QA session after the presentation could probably be about how easy or how difficult it is to set up the AirLink on the new device. So the short answer, it is very easy. Let's set up everything and see how it works. So first of all, we would need the power supply. In this case, we will use the lab power supply like this one. Here it is. 2 wires, plus and minus, black and red. Of course, we have the AirLink unit just right here, already with the camera connected. So normally you just need to connect the FPC cable right here and push the clamp a little bit. So that's ready. Of course, we need the power supply for this one. In this case, we use SmartVPE PDB, this board, so it allows you to get the battery power supply connected here to the main pads. Then you can distribute that to the motors. So it has 5 volts and 12 volts output power supply. So we connect plus and minus from the lab power supply right here. This is connected to the AirLink power socket. So we push that until the click. So that's connected. Next we have the antennas for LTE and Wi-Fi. Please make sure to use antennas connected all the time, because powering the system without the antennas might damage the radio modules. So that's important to connect that. So we connect LTE1, we connect LTE2, and we also connect the Wi-Fi. So once that's connected, that's here. So we point the camera here. And also let's run the HDMI camera. In our case, we're going to use the GoPro. So let's power it on. And open the socket for the connection. So we connect the HDMI here to the camera, and we also connect that to the HDMI port of the Airlink right here. So that's powered, and once we have everything ready, we can start the power supply. So you can see green LED and Airlink is booting up. You can see the typical power consumption of the system. So now it's running on 15 volts and consumption is roughly 0.8 in the beginning when it's booting, and then it levels off at something around 0.6, 0.5 amps. Once that's done, we can start with powering up and booting the GCS. So it's loading on my computer, and in a second I will show it to you. So that's loaded, and we can see here the two video feeds in the corners. So probably I can put that right here so you can see that clearly, just like this one. So you have two video feeds, probably a bit more, as the team's adjusting me so you can better view from the camera. So here you have two video feeds running in the application, and you also have the telemetry right here. So we can zoom for instance, this camera and have that full screen, while the second one is running in the corner right here. So hello, I'm pointing to this camera, which is CSI, and talking to you. Also, you can check the latency. So the latency is pretty small and the quality of the video is quite good. So yeah, you can see how it works. Secondly, we have the HDMI camera running here. We can also zoom in for that one if you want. Now we have the HDMI camera full screen. Hello, good to see you. So yeah, this is actually the real-time demo, and now you can see yourself that it's super easy to set up the Airlink. All we need is just the power supply, some sort of the power distribution, and we recommend SmartP PDB for that purpose. Now we have the Wi-Fi and LTE antennas connected. We have the laptop here connected to Wi-Fi to internet, and we have two cameras. The first one is CSI and the second one is HDMI camera. So after it, we can just power it down. So it's very easy. We just put the power off, we disconnect the cables, we disconnect the power supply. So I disconnect the antennas. That's again quite easy process. So we just pull it basically. Now we have that disconnected. So same for the camera, very easy to disconnect. But in our case, I just have another unit here on the table just for the demonstrations later. And yeah, now we don't need this anymore, so I can put that down to have a bit more space. And yeah, we can also disconnect the HDMI CSI, sorry. So yeah, here it is. It was pretty impressive, right? We obviously need drones. It's absolutely true that when we talk about mapping, inspection, and security, the software does the job. However, this would not be possible without the drone. The software cannot fly just by itself. The drone will define how long you can fly, how far you can fly, what type of payload you can carry, what is the payload capacity, and similar things. Also, which operating environment conditions are permitted, and so on. So this really defines the success of your mission. And now I would like to focus specifically on one drone manufacturer, Clockworks Technologies. They design and build precision-engineered carbon fiber drones for professional applications. We work closely with Clockworks for many years now, and both believe that the perfection is in the system integration. The integration between the drone and avionics on board. And working closely with Clockworks, we achieved truly amazing flight performance and integration level. Designed and built in the UK, Clockworks drones benefit from 60 plus minutes flight time, very flexible payload option, automated flights, HD video streaming, cloud connectivity, and remote workflows. So if you are looking for ready-to-fly enterprise drone platforms, take a look at their products. I highly recommend them. Clockworks drones are truly multi-purpose and have many different use cases. One of them is the law enforcement. West Yorkshire police drones are powered by Skydrones technology. The drone department uses drones for various applications, including the assistance with searches for missing people, investigations into road traffic collisions, major crime incidents, assistance with event planning and management. They also provide the situational awareness to officers and commanders in a variety of policing situations. You can learn more about how drones help police departments in their Twitter account. They publish quite often about their successful operations involving drones. Another interesting and important use case is the drone delivery. We work very closely with London-based Skyports. Skyports is the drone delivery service provider offering cargo deliveries to the customers in the medical, e-commerce, and logistics industries. Skyports take care of the drones, the technology, the regulations, pilots, leaving the customers to benefit from the speed, frequency, and integrity benefits that an unmanned drone delivery services can provide. In our turn, we support Skyports for the drone technology infrastructure and ecosystem to make sure that their operations secure, safe, reliable, and of course scalable. And finally, the drones are used a lot for the industrial applications. The camera on a 3-axis stabilized gimbal can be mounted traditionally under the drone or on top of it, or both sides at the same time. So let's take a look at the inspections and making use case and follow through the typical workflow. So first of all, we need to create the flight plan. We can do this in the SmartP GCS or in Skydrones Cloud. So let's use the GCS in this example. We have tolerance generator, and for mapping missions, you would only need to draw the polygon and provide your camera settings. Of course, you can adjust all parameters manually if you want. Once the flight plan is created and we are on the mapping site, we can start the mission. So the drone flies autonomously and you can monitor the entire mission progress on your tablet, including 2 real-time video feeds. The first one from the FPV camera, the one displayed in the bottom left corner, and the other one for the payload camera, the one in the bottom right corner. You may notice that payload camera video feed fades to black sometimes. So these are exactly the moments when the pictures are taken. Such approach really allows you to see what's going on and observe everything in real time. After the flight, once that's completed, you can see the flight logs in Skydrones Cloud. This information counts towards the overall vehicle flight hours, mileage. The same counts for the pilot who did that mission. So you can see the general high-level information about the flight, including the location, minimum and maximum altitude, speeds, battery levels, and so on. So if you scroll down a bit, you can see the detailed analytics, including the flight trajectory, real-time log replay. We'll get back to this a bit later. This is also GNSS positions, altitudes, IMU data, battery information, estimation, control parameters, and etc. So let's scroll back up and see how log replay works. You see the entire flight trajectory of the drone, and all of that is in 3D, which is super cool. So you can view that from any perspective, any angle. You can start the log replay, you can fast forward, you can pause, you can rewind, and etc. So this gives you complete understanding of the flight performance of the drone, and it's very useful for the post-flight analytics. SmartP GCS is also very handy when flying EVLOS or BVLOS. you can switch to full screen video and observe two video streams simultaneously. There is zero latency between switching the two video feeds. Also, you can select various streaming options, including bitrate settings and optimization for the quality of the video or for the latency. If you would like to fly even further with the pre-scheduled mission planning and flight plan submission, it's also possible. Now I would like to show you the benefits of Skydrones Cloud for beyond visual line of sight flights. With the Altitude Angel, our users can automatically load airspace information whilst checking the map during the mission planning stage. Viewing the airspace in 3D is now possible from any angle, and detailed area-specific information is laid out clearly with potential risks and hazards. Our users can create the flight plan in 3D and automatically submit that to the UTM. In this demo, we have created 16 kilometers BVLOS flight. Once that was ready, it was submitted to Altitude Angel and appeared publicly on the drone safety map, which you can also see in the demo right now. I especially like the 3D here because you can add waypoints interactively, you can view the flight plan from any perspective, you can rotate, you can change the view angle, you can tilt, you can view from surface, so you can easily adjust the waypoint's position and altitude interactively with the best mission planning experience possible. Another innovative thing here is the Skydrones Cloud, because it offers you the real-time flight monitoring, including the telemetry and video. And if you want to have the permission to do so, you can even control the drone remotely. So this might look like sci-fi in the very beginning, but in fact, this is just one of the regular test flights of Clockwork's dark matter HACS. The flight was followed remotely via 4G LTE network in real time in Skydrones Cloud with ultra-low latency telemetry, video feed, and with the interactive 3D maps, of course. So this sets the new standard for remote drone operations, collaborative workflows, and BVLOS flights. I'm super curious how you would use this technology. I believe that you will agree with me that the future of drones is all about the connectivity. So if you're running a fleet of drones, then they might need to communicate to each other to build complex wireless networks in the air. The drone is controlled via a secure direct connection to the ground. Drone also has the LTE connection to the headquarters, sharing the real-time video feeds, telemetry, and payload data. For instance, the drone operator with the drone can be on the flight location, and captured data can be shared in real time to the headquarters. The inspection process will be completed with all the data collected even before the drone is back on the ground. The capabilities of that technology are unlimited, or as it's commonly said these days, the sky is no longer the limit. So why Skydrones? And the answer is because it's not just the flight control system. It's a lot more, including cloud connectivity, fleet management, web-based control, LTE connectivity, mission planning, artificial intelligence analytics, payload integration, account management, video streaming and processing, and of course, remote software updates. Or in a nutshell, we enable drones for enterprise, and we do this by giving you the world's smartest drone avionics ecosystem available to date. This is all I wanted to tell you about today, and this ends my presentation. And now it's your time. Time to ask questions. And my time to answer them. We have collected them during the presentation. Many thanks for that. Similar questions were grouped in one, thanks to our team behind the scenes. Thank you. So yeah, let's start. The first question is, when Airlink will be available for purchase? So currently we ramp up the production of Airlinks. However, the developer kits are already available for the limited number of customers and countries. So if you would like to get one, just contact us through the website form and our sales team will get back to you. In general, Airlink will be available for mass purchase in Q2 2021. And of course, if you'd like to secure your unit and get it among the first ones to avoid any potential delays, please get in touch with us and reserve yours today. So the second one is, do you have the detailed specifications for Airlink? Yes, we do, of course. So you can find it on the Airlink product page on our website, as well as in our online documentation. There are also PDF one-pager available and detailed datasheet available for download, so feel free to get that and take a look. Where can I find the setup and installation documentation for Airlink? So yeah, again, you can find this on our documentation portal available at docs.sky-drones.com. Does Airlink support payload connection? How can I connect the payload to Airlink? Airlink has two camera ports, one which is CSI and the second one is HDMI. CSI camera is included in the set. We also include mini HDMI to micro HDMI cable, so you can connect your payload camera straight out of the box and don't need to care about anything. If you would like to connect USB cameras or IP-based cameras, this is also possible. Feel free to reach out our team using the contact form on the website, and our engineering team will get back to you to support you. Next question is, can I run my own software on Airlink? And the answer is yes, you can. We will be able to provide you full access to the autopilot and mission computer. Therefore, you would be able to deploy your own apps, and we will be more than happy to work with you on that. Also, you can count on the support from our development team in case you have any questions or you would just like to ask something or you need advice. Is Airlink open source? Airlink uses widely adopted drone industry standards, and if you would like to modify the software, this is possible. The hardware is not open source, but if you are a large volume manufacturer, we can provide you the reference design of Airlink and help you to set up the production in your place. So in this case, you will be able to control the volume and the quantity, and that will be on your own. Is Airlink powerful enough to run the AI algorithms and machine learning? So the answer is, of course, yes. The name of the system speaks for itself. This is the Airlink, Artificial Intelligence and Remote Link, meaning that you can have a lot of the computational power to run any complex algorithms on board, which you might already have or which you consider developing. What about the connectivity? How can I connect Airlink to my computer? So Airlink has different types of connectivity. This includes the integrated Wi-Fi, which you can use as the access point to connect it to a router. All Airlinks are coming with integrated LTE module and eSIM, meaning that Airlink is internet enabled straight out of the box. All you need is just to set up your account in Skydrones Cloud and enable the data plan. Of course, you can use the micro SIM from your existing carrier and manage the data plan on your own if you prefer to do so. This is definitely possible. And finally, SmartLink has Ethernet port for IP data links integration. Expect more updates and new products in this space very soon. Yeah, that's covered. What is your manufacturing capability and where is Airlink manufactured? So we can manufacture Airlinks in hundreds per month easily, thousands per month. This will be coming possible very soon too. Airlink is manufactured in the United Kingdom, and of course we only use the components from trusted vendors and have very thorough inspection and test process before shipping the units. Yeah, so well, I think this covers pretty much all. And the rest of the questions will be answered on our website and in the newsletter later, so make sure not to miss it. Well, thanks for watching my presentation. I hope that you really enjoyed this, and please do stay tuned for more updates from Skydrones. Thanks for watching, see you in the next videos, and bye-bye.
Skydrones, industry leaders in UAV technology for enterprise, driven to create full-stack solutions for commercial drones. Skydrones are proud to introduce the most innovative product available within the UAS industry to date. Smart AP Airlink. This 3-in-1 unit is the world's most advanced flight control system for drones and includes an artificial intelligence mission computer, cutting-edge autopilot capabilities, and a Wi-Fi and LTE connectivity module. Integrated triple redundant, vibration dampened and temperature stabilized IMU provides solid flight stability when operating in extreme environmental conditions. Smart AP Airlink supports any UAV airframe, from fixed wing to VTOLs, all of which can be controlled simultaneously using our Smart AP Ground Control Station software. Mission team members can monitor the flight progress in real time via LTE using Skydrones Cloud from anywhere in the world. Airlink is pushing drone autonomy to the next level with its onboard artificial intelligence and computer vision, unmanned traffic management integration and real-time flight authorizations, real-time data streaming and big data-driven AI-inspired machine learning flight logs analytics. Smart AP Airlink by Skydrones, the industry's leading artificial intelligence remote link. Learn more at sky-drones.com.